coming to you again with another beautiful graduate from our university, Miss Avis Glisson. Welcome, 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 Miss Avis. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. How are you doing today, Miss Avis?
I'm great. Wonderful.
Awesome, awesome. So everybody give her a shout out. She's going to be graduating in just a few seconds. And come on in and listen up. We got some treats for you this day on July the 28th. Yes, we do. Listen, so I wanted to bring Miss Avis on so that she can share some things with us that she learned throughout our course and just talk about, some of her future endeavors. Listen, so we want to have, everyone in the audience understand that if you are interested in becoming an entrepreneur, or if you know someone who is wanting to become an entrepreneur or who is an entrepreneur, listen, KBBU, Kingdom Builders Business University, is the place for you to be, because we teach you everything you need to know from the rooter to the tutor, right? Awesome sauce. So we just want to get started. Miss Avis, now how did we meet? You want to share with the audience how we actually even connected?
Oh my goodness. It's a small story. I had so much going on, and I just really wanted to begin to get things in order, get things in line, whether financially, business wise. And I reached out to a good friend. He's like an uncle to me, Lee Williams. Hello. Yes, and
Haley.
yeah, absolutely reached out, and he's like, you know what, let me connect you to this business here. And he connected me, Jasmine, and you all, and y'all took me right in. You didn't miss a beat with me.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it was like when we first started talking, like we just hit it off. Everything was just like we had been knowing each other for years. Am I right?
Absolutely. Yeah, it was wonderful. And even that it
Yes.
was a blessing, really. So yes.
Yes, yes. Everything was just like on point. It was just on time. So listen, you came into KBBU. What was that experience like for you initially? What did you think before KBBU versus coming into KBBU about coming to a business school?
Well, one thing, I was just excited just to know that I was about to get something tangible, because there's so much to know with
Mm-hmm.
business. It's like where to start. And so for me, that was my biggest thing, is just where to start. And I want to start and I want to do it right, and
Yes.
I want to do it the right way. And I've had what I would have assumed a business before, but
Uh-huh.
it was not. It was not foundational. It was not on a solid foundation. And sometimes you think you know what you know, and even the things you feel like, the little bit you come into a class like this, like KBBU, and you said, I didn't know what I thought I knew.
That seems to be something that's across the board with every student, is realizing, like, from the very first time they hit the doors of KBBU virtually, they were like, okay, I got this. It's going to be something that I'm going to breeze through, because I have a lot of knowledge about business. But I'm telling you, the way that God gave me this curriculum for KBBU is on some other level. Even for me to teach the course is challenging me as the teacher, as your teacher, as your professor. It's like, oh my God, like what? Okay, God. So I have to do my own research just to prepare for class every week. Like it's crazy. But yes, thank you for sharing that. So once you got into the actual KBBU course, what was that actually like for you for business setup?
It was mind blowing, really, in a sense. Like, literally, it was laying out the foundation. So even just starting with the mindset, it was like, wow, yes, we do have to start with the mindset. You just can't, go out there and think, oh, let me create something. No, you really have. Yeah, yeah, you have to really cultivate and structure your mindset first. And even learning, because I didn't know anything prior to really meeting you, I didn't know anything about KBBU. And upon learning, and the more I learned, and just to know that it's parallels our lessons with biblical principles. And that was, I fell in love with just that alone. I love it because you don't see it
Oh,
often. And there's so much out there, but I love to see more of this foundational, and we're basing it on biblical principles and paralleling it. So that was a big thing for me. Absolutely.
awesome.
Mhm.
Awesome. So listen, guys, if you are, like I said, thinking about joining a business school or university so that you can further your education in business as an entrepreneur, then we have the solution for you, because it, like we talked about yesterday with some of the graduates, it has to succeed because it's his will. It's what God put together. And all I do is just follow his lead. I just walk in obedience. He say go left, I'm going left. He say go right, I'm going right. And how do you mess up like that? You can't mess up like that, right? You
Right.
cannot mess up like that. So it is a lot of information that we give to our students at KBBU. And whenever we transition from the foundation of setting up your business properly first, because if we don't set it up properly, how can you go into gaining any type of business funding? A lot of people just decide that, hey, I'm going to go into business and I'm just going to go ahead and get funded or try to get some business credit or whatnot. That's just not the proper way to go about things, because what if it's something that you're missing in your organization that they are looking for when it comes to you getting your funding? So going into the business credit course, what did you take away from that?
Oh my goodness. Well, you kind of said it too right there, that, and excuse my beeping, I forgot the alarm system. Anyway,
That's
the
okay.
the taxes, once you get to business credit, you were talking about credit, but I learned about taxes, which was a thing for me. And so this, wrap ties in business setup as well, and leading into business credit, because you want to be legal, and you want to make sure you are, you have the right things in place. What you think, oh, I'm gonna get, an LLC or an EIN number, and I'm good. I'm gonna just go out there, and no, no, that's not all. so, so
That is so prevalent across the board. It's like everybody thinks that all I have to do to be a business owner is just go get an EIN, and that is not even your established company. Like, you have an EIN number, but that doesn't say that you're legal by the state. So people actually don't even recognize you as a real company just with an EIN. It's just a withholding number. Like on our paycheck stub, whenever we get taxes taken out for federal expenses, that's what it is. It's just a electronic identification number for taking out taxes on the federal level. That's what an EIN actually is. You know what I'm saying? So it's crazy how we misinterpret information and just assume that, okay, I'm legal, I'm legit, let's roll.
absolutely. So I learned a lot there, and just even knowing and understanding, oh, there's a way to protect your money, and the transactions that you make between you and your clients. It's just so much information. It's a wealth of information, and it's so,
Oh,
you, like I said earlier, you think you know some things, even though you know you cannot know everything. But
true.
the amount of value that KBBU brings is you can't replace it. It's so much wealth of knowledge there, and it's like let's digest it. And it's exciting. It's exciting. The class itself, it has a lot, given to you
Mm-hmm.
to digest, but it's amazing. It's wonderful information, and it's necessary. It's a necessary process to have this course on hand.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much for saying that. Like, it means a whole lot because a lot of times, as leaders, we don't really get any feedback of how we're doing. So to know that you really gained a lot from it, and it's that you're appreciating the actual process of, even though it might have been a couple of tough moments or challenges, things that kind of stepped in the way, you still push through, and it happens for you. All
Yeah.
right, so yes, and it's hard, all entrepreneurs have challenges, so that's something that we need to understand going in business. When we transition from being an employee to being an employer, that whole mindset by itself is totally different. Is totally different. So all the things that we act like as an employee, we need to remember, those things might come back to haunt us. It might come back to present itself to us so that we can learn how to become a proper entrepreneur, so that we can work through the things that we didn't realize that we were actually causing maybe a previous employer. I know I think a lot about when I was working at Verizon some years ago, and I was thinking like, oh, I can take time off and I can go and have about 10 bathroom breaks and, just doing stuff like that. And now as the employer, it's like, okay, well, do I have any employee, my staff, taking multiple bathroom breaks, walking away, trying to take time off, so it is reversed back into your face. Like, you are presented with that same information or that same experience that you had as an employee. So listen, if you are an employee, there's nothing wrong with that. Even if you have your business, you work in your business and you're an employee and you are entrepreneur, that's absolutely fine, because it's all just a training model of what God wants you to become. So take it
Yes.
with stride, go forward.
Yeah, but that reminds me too, going back again to business setup, the people that you bring on board with you, what is their character? Who are the,
Oh,
is it just the family, or is this really somebody that is truly supporting you and propelling you and not hindering you? Or who is this person to you that is in your business? And it's good to know who exactly they are. Do they see your and understand your vision? What is their character? So yeah, that reminds,
right.
which
Like,
I,
are they in the trenches with you, or are they really jealous of you and they're just giving you feedback that's going to discourage you? So we talked about that earlier this week too, and it's so real. It's
yeah,
something that actually happens in real life. We cannot get around the fact that we're going to have these down challenges. We're going to have these challenges that might seem to discourage us, but we got to just overcome. We got to just keep pushing forward. Yes, we do. And I just want to stop and commend you real quick for your push through. So can you tell us a little bit about some of the challenges that you've had since you've been with KBBU?
challenges. Woo! Try to incorporate this wonderful course on top of a crazy, unpredictable schedule was the biggest challenge for me. Upon entering, you come in, you're excited about the course and you're getting your notes, but then don't miss a beat, because it can snowball because there's so much good knowledge and wisdom being imparted. And also along, there are time stamps and deadlines for um, homework, which is helping you and your business. And so with that, my schedule was just so unpredictable and so crazy. You have to make sure you're finding time for even rest. So
Yes.
definitely a challenge, just finding balance and staying on top of what you know is important to you, which is your business. Um, and through KBBU and the courses, they're helping you establish that. And so that was just a little bit difficult getting my traction on that. But
Yes.
yeah, but with even just managing and going into like, I don't hope I'm not, taking away from anything that you're saying, but like with management as well, you think about self. Um, it starts with you. It starts with you and being able to remain organized and just managing yourself, because how can you really manage a business if you're all over the place and you're, you know, unorganized and have a lot going on around you and you're unfocused, and you have to bring it in and focus on that one thing that it is that you're doing. And so just understanding balance for me.
Absolutely. Balance, harmonizing, being able to intertwine and have that synergetic um, completion of your whole life, physically, mentally, spiritually, socially, emotionally, you name it. It's all there and it has to be managed together. So
Yes.
that's good. So you just summed up business management as a whole. So that was the next course. And
Okay.
yeah, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. So when it comes to like, well, I just wanted to share when it comes to like the challenges in life also, can you share with the audience what your position was?
Yeah, absolutely. I was and am currently a flight attendant for an
A
airline.
flight attendant, y'all. A
For
flight attendant.
yeah. So
Yeah.
the struggle, just
Woo!
finding that space, that uninterrupted space and time, that hey, let me get in a quiet area, because I might have still been in the airport while a course was going on, but just finding a space uninterrupted where you're uniformed, and passengers or other people might still try and come talk to you because you're in a uniform. They don't care that you look busy. Or just coming in from a stream of flights and being exhausted or tired and still having to ante up, let's pull up the bootstraps and this has to get done because this is just that important. you know um that was a transition and a process in itself, but it was worth it. It was definitely worth the push, and I'm still pushing. um you know because of the wealth of information that KBBU is able to bring to the table. It's amazing. It's amazing, and each time uh I link with them, it's always something brand new. It's always just multiple things I didn't know. And just have a notebook, have a good notebook, and yeah. But
Everybody is saying that.
it's definitely it's possible to make it work. Just is getting with a program like KBBU that truly brings the information, and it's so detailed. I mean, we break things down. We get very detailed and define everything. Okay. So it's a lot of information, it's a lot of work, but it's worth it and it pays off. And at the end of it, you have done much more and have so much more knowledge than you did before you started or before you went YouTubing on this page or that page to find different sources to tell you what to do and how to start your business. No, you can go to the one source, something like KBBU, and I promise it's valuable. It's very valuable. Yes.
Yes, thank you so much. Like that is fire. I mean, when we think about, being in school, I think that a lot of us, I know for me, when I was in college or high school or whatever, it was kind of like, okay, I'm here. I'm gonna go ahead and, just get what I can get, the bare minimum, not really putting forth the effort. So to say that, you really do need to understand that coming to KBBU, the information is so detailed and it's so much that you are going to have to be able to not have the distractions and really be able to focus and catch up. Like if you miss the Wednesday night class, then you need to make sure that you're following up either that night or the next day, and you're calling, asking questions, because I'm
Yeah.
saying like it's really hard. I mean, really hard to catch up, especially if you skip a week or two.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness, you're gonna be lost. You're gonna be lost. But that's what we're here
Yeah.
for as a team of KBBU. We definitely will help you to get back on course, right, Avis? Yes, we will help you.
Absolutely. Yes.
Yes, yes,
So,
yes. I see some of the comments in here. Self discovery. It's a lot of self discovery. Yes, a lot of self discovery. It's about the foundation. And it really is foundational.
ab-
When I say foundational, it is truly foundational. Like I said, even for me, I learned from my own course because I'm learning from the Holy Spirit. He's giving me the information, and then I'm putting it into the curriculum, even though we have had several terms of this already. It's still just something new and fresh for every course. So we have some students that are like yourself who are coming back into the KBBU course for the fall semester that are graduating today. And is that something that you're going to venture out in?
oh, I'm definitely coming back. have have to come back. Because it's so good. You don't want to miss you don't want to miss anything, and it's helping you. It has helped me. I'll speak for myself. It has helped me just build my knowledge base. And that's number one. It's helped me, continue to set my mindset, to cultivate what that looks like. And it's helping me to define things that maybe I had, a hard time doing on my own. And it gives me a direction and a way to go and build that business and that those things that God has given me and placed in my heart to do. So
Oh.
for me, and yeah, I'm gonna go back through. Yeah.
Hey, come on back through. Yes, ma'am. So that's the thing that I want the audience to understand. You don't have to just do KBBU one time. Like yesterday, we were talking to Alvin Haley Jr., who is our first generation coach in the class. He has been in 4 different terms. So we have a lot of students that repeat the course because it is a lot of information. And when you come back through, some of the pieces to the puzzle start clicking together. It starts fitting. Like, oh, that's what she meant when she talked about that. That's what they meant when they said this. And this is how I apply the information to my business. So it's going to be phenomenal. Listen, we have a really different curriculum than when we first started. We have a different curriculum from what you're graduating from that spring summer semester course. Like this one is going to be 4 months instead of 6, and we're going to have shorten the time, but we're going to compact that time with the same information, but just in a different way. So I'm really excited about the courses.
Yeah. If I do, it's almost for me like digesting, and I spoke about digesting earlier, but you go through a course, you receive the information, but did you really digest everything? And um,
Mm,
for me to go back through the course is pouring that good information into me again. The more you pour those things into you, the more you become it, the more natural it is to you. to do those things and just become those things. So for me, it continues to be a mindset as well.
I love
Just
that. I love that.
yeah,
Because when you think about a mindset, you think about the fact that what can you do without having the right mind? You can't do much of anything because if your mind is jacked up and you all over the place and you're thinking about this and that and you're not really consistent or managing properly, it doesn't go forward. It doesn't matter what you put your hands to. It doesn't matter if you're working a job, if you're working a business, or if you're taking care of kids, or you working your marriage. That is still going to require some focus. It's going to still require, like you said, to be able to digest the information and apply that information. So I
yeah.
really appreciate you sharing that. Now, was there anything that you took away from the last course, which is business marketing?
Marketing, market, that word.
Oh my goodness.
For me, all of this has been stretching me, but I think the thing that is stretching me most is the marketing, just because I'm so used to being on the back end of things, doing things from the background. I don't have to be seen, I don't have to be in the forefront. But the marketing, I learned that sometimes you really do have to just be in the forefront and be out there and market. Sometimes that means you got to show your face, and that means like this right here, this setup, you have to speak. And you have and with people looking at you, yes, you have to speak. And so that is something that will stretch me and is continuing to stretch me. It's not the easiest thing to do, but with any good thing, sometimes you have to get out of your comfort zone to get things done. And so when for that course, that's the main thing right now is the stretch, the pull, but it's all for the good. Yeah.
Yes, awesome. Woo! Yes, yes, yes. So let's talk about just briefly, are you coming back in to establish a new company? Are you going to be working on the same company that you established? What is the name of the company that you had already put together?
In the past or right for KBBU?
Either way, either way.
Okay. Well, I did have some other companies that I'll still continue to develop over time, that I did have in the past. But this pretty much will be under the umbrella for Glisten Enterprises.
All
So,
right.
Glisten Enterprises will continue to kind of house those businesses as I develop them slowly on my time and God's time for when He says to really uh, put them out there. I'll do that, but I am just continuing to make sure I am equipped with all of this knowledge base and set up right actually as well. So, um, Glisten Enterprises is coming.
Hey, yes, yes, awesome. So Glisten Enterprises will actually be the holding company for multiple companies. So if you are an entrepreneur and you have different ideas of things that you would like to establish, and even though Avis has gone through the course and she's graduating today, we're looking at Avis that you're coming back and you're really going to begin the establishment of those other companies that you want to go under your holding company. So listen, if you have a multiple ideas for business, you can actually get a holding company and put those other companies underneath the umbrella of your main organization. And we'll teach you how to do all of that. So it doesn't mean that you got to come through KBBU and come out with a business per se when you finish the course. You could actually finish the course with the information. And I've had some other students who have also, they established their businesses after they finish the course. So not everybody has to come out of the door for graduation and have a new business completely established, up and running. So we are excited about Glisten Enterprises. And can you just give us a brief background why it's called Glisten Enterprises?
Well, thinking of my father, who is no longer with us. Oh, you're gonna make me.
Oh,
But so I really wanted to have something established with his name on it. Um, I won't get on my brothers right now because they're the oldest. I'm the youngest of four total.
okay, okay.
um, I'm the only girl, but we don't have my parents never did have grandkids to continue the name Glisten. And so I said, well, what can I do within my power to just continue that name? You know,
Right.
as of right now, it's to just uphold his legacy, which was an amazing one of just grace, courage, strength, um, godliness, and that is what I can do for his legacy, is to continue to build and work in good ethics and good moral standards, to just you know uh, keep his uphold his memory and the things that he stood for. Yeah, so that's
Wow.
Listen Enterprises.
Wow. So that is amazing. So you want to carry on the name. You want to carry on your family's name from your father. And that is so huge. We talk about all the time leaving legacies in business. This is how you are going to do that exactly. So I'm so excited for you. And as far as graduation goes, listen, congratulations on making it to the end. Woo! My goodness, I am so excited for what's going to be in store for the next semester
Yes.
slash 4 months. Okay. So
For
excited. Well, yes, 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 yes. We are all looking forward to it. And listen, guys, we are going to not just congratulate Miss Avis, but we have a package for you where we're going to invest into your company, even though you still have some work to do with that. And we're going to help you to get those companies up and running whenever God says. So,
um,
congratulations, Avis. We got a couple of t
thank
shirts for you. We got some little packages for you. And of course, we have a certificate for you as well. So
you.
thank you so much for coming to KBBU.
So thank you for sure.
You
Yeah.
are most welcome. All right, guys. So y'all give Miss Avis a shout out, like and share this post so that we can get the word out about this entrepreneurship school that we have, because we're ready to give out the information. So hit
Yeah.
us up at www.kbbulllc.com, or you can also reach us by phone at 855-522-8552. You can even email us at info@kbbullc.com. Well, that's going to be it for now. Who knows when we'll be back? But congratulations, Miss Avis Glisten. We are so proud of you, and we will see the rest of you at the top. Till
Thank you.
next time. Bye bye.